campers. So it is morning of day 3. It's Monday, and we are here on Wildcat Lake on our slanty campsite, the slantiest campsite you ever did see. But it actually wasn't that bad. I was kind of worried that our feet would get swollen or we'd just slide right into the lake, but we didn't. We ended up staying pretty well and slept well. It is an absolutely magical morning this morning. We took our time. It's just about 10 o'clock now. We're going to be heading out on the lake. The lake is like glass. So we started the morning with some coffee and Sherry's world famous, at least my world, quinoa portage, and it was fabulous. So now we're fueled up. We were looking at it, and it looks like yesterday we had just over 4 kilometers worth of portages, none of them easy, but some harder than others. Today, to get to where we're aiming at, which is Lady Evelyn Falls, we only have about 1,800 meters worth of portages and a fair bit of river paddling. So we're hoping that the day goes nice and smoothly and that it's not too arduous on us. But because the conditions are so beautiful on the lake, we're going to have Sherry would like to sit in the stern and I'll sit in the bow, and she'll just do a little bit of practicing for her J-stroke and different stern strokes. And just kind of have a little bit of fun because we're not in a rush because we don't have a big day today to get to our destination. So we're just going to take it easy and play around a little bit and smell the flowers, so to speak, and watch the loons and look at the beautiful pines and just have ourselves a beautiful day, a vacation. So we're going to try this one, a single carry. It's 1,100 meters. Everything feels a bit lighter today because my body is calloused. So we're just going to try this. This first bit I know is going to be kind of tough, but hopefully if I just take her slow, we can do her. This was the treacherous part here. But if I swing around, just oops. Pretty views of the canyon though. Gorgeous.
Ooh, so made it to the river through the first portage. Definitely rough, hasn't been groomed this year yet. And I feel like the beavers are also trying to sabotage this trail. Right across the trail. Jay's gonna have a tough time with the canoe. I'm gonna have to move that tree.
So this first one from Wildcat onto the Sand River it's tough. It's not arduous, like the terrain isn't too bad. It is just really tough to follow. It's not flagged, and there's just a lot of blowdown, like big blowdown that forces you off the trail a fair bit. It's new, it's fresh blowdown, so it obviously hasn't been cleared yet. But finding this trail in a lot of spots is tough. So I usually go straight from point A to point B with the canoe, but it's too hard to see the trail, so I'm going to have to Grab my pack. I was left about halfway. Find the trail again. I'll just kind of show you. So it's not too bad, and thank goodness these alders haven't gotten all their leaves in yet. But then here's one of those blowdowns I'm talking about. It's big black spruce. So it forces you off the trail that way. Conceivably the trail goes this way, but there's no way to see a trail that way. So it forces you off the trail this way, into the bush. And then you run into more blowdown, forcing you thus further off the trail. So we've got to go over this. Anyway, I hope Sharon made it to the end all right. Back on the trail. Brutal.
Gets better.
What's that?
It gets better.
Worse?
Better.
Okay. I literally got lost a few times with a canoe on my head, which makes it a lot harder. So I honestly didn't know where this was going to be. I'm glad it's on the trail. Jeez, Josie.
Almost there.
Yeah, I can hear the river.
Just gotta get through those alders down there.
And I was saying, thank goodness that they're not full of leaves, or else there's no chance of finding the trail.
We are on the river now.
All right, another portage. This one is full of alders, but overall pretty easy go. Just here after the first portage on the Sand River, and we got some really fresh, like this morning, wolf tracks. Like really fresh. Sweet. Here we are. River Traver, here we come. River Traver. River Travel, here we come.
Fresh wolf tracks, he says. I'll be right back, hun.
No, it's not. There's no portage, Mark. This next rapid, we're hoping to be able to run a few rapids here, but the water is a little lower than we thought it would be for May. I think the spring runoff is mostly ran off, so it's pretty bouldery out there, and we don't really want to bounce our brand new canoe down the river, but hopefully we'll find some. think these ones are the real deal. This one, oh yeah, these look nice. This one we're going to stop here and have lunch at one of these campsites.
Things to remember for our next canoe trip. Tape for repairing the boat. Extra stuff bags. Bug jackets.
Right up at that beautiful lunch stop at Evelyn Falls. We're going to do another portage. This port is pretty technical. It's not long, it's not super difficult in terms of climbing or anything, but it is technical. There's a few spots. Like right here in wet weather, these rocks would be slippery. But today, no issue. If you go right here, there's another beautiful campsite. Right at the bottom of the falls, you have a view of the whole falls. It's gorgeous. Some more technical stuff with these boulders. Kind of got to move laterally through here a few times because you don't have the swing distance with your 16-foot canoe. But yeah, nothing too crazy. We'll go just through here. Another technical section. You just go right through this little crack. Cher and I, we were just mentioning to each other, like, oh, geez, I hope there's no log jams on this river just because it's spring. And then we saw this log jam and our hearts sank a bit, just remembering our last spring trip. But this is actually a little island in the middle of the river, and we can get around this log jam. So we aren't going to cry just yet. Just yet. Oh. Pretty scrapey. Jeez, the water ever low. The water ever low, I said. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're good here, babe. Like, if we just follow the current, I don't see any big rocks in the middle, so we should be good. Right? Yeah, we should be good out left. Yeah, to the right of this. Perfect. Good. Good. Just paddle through it. Power. Good.
Yay!
Nice.
No portage.
No portage. Okay. So we were just about to do this seemingly innocuous rapid, but then at the end there's just 3 or 4 big boulders that the current just takes you right into. So as you can see, we have to do this. So we already have the packs out, but now the fun part begins. Cher just says, it seems like you can just pull it up. Wow. This is made for running rapids, not portaging around them. Finding this up. Just pull it up, eh? Easy. And with that rapid at our back, we should now have the longest stretch of paddling we've had this entire trip, which will maybe be, I don't know, I'm gonna guess at an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending how it goes, which will be nice. Just relax. There's a nice breeze, keeping the heat away and the bugs away. So we're just gonna paddle down hopefully a relatively lazy section of the sand until we reach, there's one like 30-meter portage that we either have to just pull it over or we'll run it, and then we're at our campsite. So we'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, so we left or right here. Almost looks like left. Yeah. Yep. Jeez, from here it's crazy. Yeah, no. Keep trying. You're doing great. Keep trying. Keep trying. Draw. Yep, nicely done. We almost got trees in the face, but not. Falls in the distance, probably less than a kilometer away, and I haven't been so excited for a portage because this will be our last one or two portages right at where we're going to camp tonight, which is Lady Evelyn Falls on the Sand River, and we're pretty excited. So is the white-throated sparrow as well. And that one. Everybody's excited, you can tell. These two falls, the one that we just showed you and this one, are just a preamble to Lady Evelyn Falls that we're about to see. Just did a portage, 100 meters, and then I think we've got a short paddle that way, just around the bend, and hopefully we get out, portage to the bottom of Lady Evelyn Falls and camp. So that is, instead of a beaver lodge up here on the Sand River, they do beaver flats. No, it's been a long day. Okay, we are now upon Lady Evelyn Falls proper. We've got a port that we were expecting. We're trying to get down to the bottom so we could camp out at the bottom of the falls. We're not sure where the campsites are, but we are hoping that there are some at the bottom. These are one. Sherry's patented pull the canoe up with your foot move. Classic. And then proceed to trip over all the damn... What kind of place do the beavers think this is? Just taking their garbage and just spreading it all over the place. A couple of jackasses. Howdy friends. So we settled into the campsite at the very top of Lady Evelyn Falls. This is our view for dinner. Not too bad. We've rehydrated some mushroom risotto. Put a little bit of salami in there to get the protein up. And we are about to embark on a flavor journey. We are beat, so we're not going to be long for this world, I don't think. I don't think we're going to get to use our headlamps at all this whole trip. How did you find the day, babe?
Oh my gosh, it was a beautiful day. We've had 3 beautiful weather days for this trip. For the middle of May, that's pretty lucky. Today was a lot of portages at the beginning. And some river travel with a lot of songbirds to follow us along, which was nice. And this campsite is absolutely phenomenal. So I give it 5 stars.
5 stars on Yelp. Check out the risotto with it's mushroom risotto. Whoa! You wish you could have some. Bon appetit. And then to end our day with some cedar tea. Some vitamin C back in our bones. I don't know if vitamin C goes to your bones. This seems like it does. To a successful trip, maybe. We still have a full day to get out of here tomorrow, but it's been so far wonderful. Okay, friends, we spent every night wishing that we could stay up and see the clear skies at night and the beautiful stars. It's a new moon, so there's no moon out, so it'll be just gorgeous stargazing. But once again, we're just too darn tired, so we're probably going to miss it, unless we might wake up. It's possible that we might wake up. But we just checked the weather on our SATCOM device, and we're supposed to have perfect weather again tomorrow. So let's hope that holds true.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Amazing for 4 beautiful days in a row in May. Anyway, we're signing off for the day, and we've got a big day ahead of us tomorrow again. But a lot of river travel, a lot of portaging, but hopefully a ton of good times. Maybe some more wildlife, a couple of bloopers maybe. Hopefully not. Okay, good evening guys, we'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
Good morning, campers.
Morning.
So we are here, morning of day 4, after, I think, for me, my best sleep. What about you, Sharon?
Yeah, I slept pretty good.
Yeah, it was easily my best sleep. My body is just calloused now and says, oh, we're sleeping on the ground forever. Okay, well, I guess I better get used to it. So it got used to it, and I slept pretty well last night. The hum of the falls did help me. That sort of white noise was beautiful to sleep. And then we woke up this morning pretty early, like we did. I'd say pretty early for us. So we were up at about 7, lazed around until about 7:30. And then I got up and started making coffee. And lo and behold, we had some visitors. It scared the bejesus out of me. I was sure we were alone on the river. Turns out so did they, thought the same. They were alone on the river, but it was actually a couple of local Ontario guys, Tosh, self-propelled, and Joe Robinette, were doing the Sand River right up from Sand Lake all the way down the whole river, and they were just whipping through. And yeah, so they stopped in, we had a little chat and hung out with them.
With Wolfie.
Of course, with Joe's dog, Wolf. And so yeah, we had a nice little chat with them, and they're just blazing through. I think they go at a pretty aggressive pace compared to our lollygagging mornings and stuff.
Yeah,
So
they're early morning people.
I think so. I think they're early risers. We're early to bedders, but not early risers. But yeah, so we've got everything packed up, and it's just about 9 now. We've got an 1,100 meter portage to start. That, by all accounts, is a bit of a treacherous slog. So we're just building up our courage to do that. And then we do some river travel, and we head the heck out of here, friends. But good morning to day 4 of our vacation adventure.
And the bugs have found us.
The mosquitoes are out. We had blackflies. Now we have mosquitoes and blackflies. So yeah, they're a bit early this year by my estimation, but here they are. No denying them. Check out the size of this gorgeous pine. I can't tell from here. It looks like a white pine from the bark, but I've got a canoe on my head, so that's what I see when I look up. But it's such a gorgeous big old sucker. Okay, pals. So we finished that portage, that first portage, basically right out of our campsite. And I don't think we went the full 1,100 meters. This here is like a little campsite along the portage trail, but it looks like we can get back onto the river, and I think we should be able to manage anything that's, the satellite imagery doesn't look like there's anything too major down this way, and if so, we can always lift around it if we have to, but I think we're ready to get back on the river and get going. This is a cute little campsite, but Sherry's right, once it's all sand, so once you get some sand in your tent or anything really, that's you for the rest of the trip and maybe the next couple of trips. So how'd you like that port, babe?
It was good. It was a lot of ups and downs.
A lot of ups and downs, some pretty scenery, but now we're ready. That's the biggest portage by far out of the way for the day. Now we've got some river travel ahead of us, and maybe we'll catch Joe and Tosh. Probably not. Okay, we're just going to scramble and see if we can have a look to see if we can run these rapids. I'm hoping that we can, because the takeout is straight up vertical on a sand hill, which does not look like fun. So we're going to see what we can do with these rapids. Oh yeah. I think it's got to be the left here, babe. We got to go to the left. Yeah, it looks rocky kind of everywhere because it's shallow. And then we have to go. Oh, yeah, okay, let's do it. Just usually the inside of a corner is the shallowest. Yeah, to me, this is like right. Yeah, let's just give it a shot. This is typically the shallowest spot of a river, is the inside, but it'll be okay. It's going to be scrapey out of the way. There's a high cliff. Hey, look at. No, that's all right. Okay, we have to go to the right here, and then to the left of this boulder once we're around this. So stay in the middle. Yeah, okay. Left of this, yeah, awesome. Then we'll go to the right around this. Okay, good. We'll stay to the right. Awesome. Okay, we should be able to go straight through here. Okay, we just touched it, no big deal. Okay, now we got to go left here, babe. No, no. Yeah. Oh no, there's a rock right there. Okay, it's all right. Don't worry. Oh, just hold on. So we're going to swing here in and we go around this way. Come back. Oh, it's all good. We're coming all the way this way, babe. This way. Yeah. I am aware. Okay, we're swinging you through. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. So all we need to do, well, take a photo. We're not going anywhere. You should be on your knees right now. You want to be to the right of that little boulder. Right. And left. Left. Okay, so Cher and I just had a bit of an adventure coming down some rapids. Again, they're just so shallow, there's nowhere to turn without getting hung up on a rock. But we had fun, we got turned around, like legitimately turned right around, facing upstream. We got out of it, no problem. We did a little pirouette, little snowbirds move. I saw it in the Olympics, so I think it's good. We did that. But now it looks like we're basically paddling the rest of the river. There's 2 more ports before the end, but we've got a little while before that happens. And then we're going to try to meet up with what we see on the map now as Sand River Road. We just ended up pulling off at the Pinguassibi Trail trailhead, like sort of a turn off of the highway, but you see on the map that there is a Sand River Road, so we're going to see if we can actually meet up with that, save ourselves like a 3-kilometer portage down the Pinguassibi Trail. That would be really nice. But we're starting to get a little sprinkling of rain, which will be just enough to cool us down and wipe the stink off us. But we'll catch up later. I think it looks pretty clear. Like if we just go straight ahead and it's going to take us to the right, we just go down through there. And then at the end, stay to the right of those big boulders and we should be good. It looks like it flattens right out after that. Try to keep us to the right a bit. Yeah. Yeah. This should just take us through, babe. If they can stay to the right. Go, yeah, straight ahead. Power to it. Awesome. Okay. Cross draw. Okay, draw. So we can get through here. Perfect. Draw. Awesome. Run gracefully. Good for you. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, so we'll go to the right now. Right. Okay, a little bit of a shell. Good cross draw. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go to the right of this boulder. Okay. We're good. We're good, babe. We're good. So we'll go over the right of this little boulder too. Nicely done, guys. That shelf kind of hung us up a second, but it was alright, right? Turn on your camera. Just in case we have an adventure. by accident.
By accident.
Yeah, accidental adventures are sometimes the funnest in retrospect. Okay.
First bit of rain. Way out.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit rained on here. So we just portaged 265 meters around that. And then they call that a rapid on my map, which I would say that's a falls. There's a Maganza. I would say that's a falls. And we have another one of those, and probably another maybe 300-meter paddle. We have another one of those types of things, and then that should be the end of our canoeing. We should just be able to paddle across the river to the takeout / put in. But Cher and I are going to have to play that one by ear and see if we think our little RAV4 can make it up.
I would say right.
Okay. So we were keeping our eyes peeled for this portage out on the Sand River Road, and we couldn't see it, and I think we're past it. So we're just going to paddle to the top of this first falls here. We know the Pinguisibi Trail pretty well. We've hiked it a few times, so it's going to be about 1,500 meters, but from what I can think of, the trail isn't too hard. So we'll just do a 1,500 meter port out, and we'll just single carry it, and we'll go nice and easy. And yeah, we'll be done, and we don't have to risk that road being a bit treacherous on the little RAV4. Oh, there it is right there. So we did not miss it. That was a fib. Hold the phone.
We're gonna check it out, right?
What's that?
We're gonna check it out?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, fancy meeting you guys here.
Is that?
It's fancy meeting you guys
Man,
here.
you guys made some good time. Holy
Hey friends, so that was a trip to remember. So many different reasons. What was your favorite part, Cher?
The campsites were nice. It was a good first trip. Broke us in
Absolutely.
for the season, and I'm glad we did this trip. I've always wanted to do the Sand River, so yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful.
It didn't disappoint, that's for sure. There were some sections that were more interesting than others, and I really enjoyed coming down with all those swifts and rapids and running all those with the Royalex boat, Big Red, which you see back there. Started the trip double carrying, and then I actually got stronger as it, like the pack didn't get any lighter because I wasn't carrying food, but I just felt stronger, so I ended up single carrying the second half of the trip and feeling okay about it. The coolest thing was when Joe and Tosh finished up their trip. They had the exact same idea that we did to try to access here, but they had to get to the Pinguisibi trailhead. Turned out that they were actually here just finishing loading up when we arrived, so they were so sweet to drive Sherry to the Pinguisibi trailhead
Very
so that
sweet.
she could pick up our vehicle and come back and get me without having to do the whole hiking down the trail. So thankful to Tosh and Joe for that. Much appreciated, guys. But now we've just got to quickly run up and get Trixie from the Gamma de Gamma parking lot, and then we're all set. We're probably going to stop at the Voyageur Lodge for An apple fritter that we earned. Anyway, gang, thanks so much for checking it out.
This is how we camp.